lovely friends, it is Margaret, and it's time to nerd out about August. Specifically, my August TBR. This TBR is a beast, and I'm going to be honest, I'm trying to finish writing my book right now, so I might not get to a lot of it. But I am doing book 2-a-thon, which is why part of it is so extensive, because supposedly I am reading 7 books in 1 month. I'm going to go over those really quick, but I will actually link to my BookTube-a-thon TBR if you're interested in a little bit more information, because I'm just going to show you the books and not really talk about them. First off, there is one audiobook that I know I'm going to be listening to, and that is Zen and the Art of Writing by Ray Bradbury. I don't know if my mid-year freakout is up yet, but I sat down and I looked at my goals, and I'm way behind on a few of them, namely on my writing book goals, because I'm supposed to be reading one every other month, which means 6 in 1 year, and I have read one. Also, I have a whole bunch of graphic novels that I'm going to be reading for BookTube-a-thon, and they are Wonder Woman Rebirth Volume 4 Godwatch, Teen Titans Rebirth Volume 1 Damien Knows Best. I know, this has been on my TBR so many times. So many times. And Catwoman Series 3 Volume 3 Relentless. This one also accounts for my wanting to read one book for my shelves a month, because it's been sitting there since like October of last year. So also, I just need me some quality Selena content, because I can't handle the fact that Catwoman is out again, but only once a month. I just can't. The first book that I will be reading for BookTube-a-thon is A Brightly Burning by Alexa Dunn. I will link her channel below. She is super cool. If you are a writer, I would definitely look at following her. Basically, Jane Eyre in space. Speaking of retellings in space, I'm also going to be reading Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston, Anastasia in space. I'm all about, you are going to notice this, because I'm all about pretty well about the in space this month. I realized I haven't been reading sci-fi, so I'm going to rectify that all in 1 month. The next book on my list is from my July LitJoy crate, and that is Sanctuary by Karen Licks. This is about Kinsey. She is basically like a guard for Stellar Corporation, which is like this big corporation that her mother works for, and she's super involved in it, and she wants to rise in the ranks of the Sanctuary and become like a super elite guard. Unfortunately, she ends up getting taken prisoner by the prisoners because they decide to hold a revolt. And in the midst of this revolt, something else starts happening, something dark and ancient and evil. And so Kinsey finds herself having to team up with some people she wouldn't think about teaming up with. The next book I will be reading in August is one that I should have read like ages ago, but I didn't even know about it until this year. Oh, I think I might have heard a few things. But I have been waiting to pick it up in print, because I feel like just the format of it is going to be so much better if I can read it versus listening to it, because sometimes when you have weird formatting, it just doesn't work for my brain listening it to as an audiobook. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But that is Illumine by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. From what I understand, it's about like something bad happened with this corporation in space, and so they are trying to deconstruct it, and like they have all of these it's told like in files and different reports, so it's all like from the outside watching in. I think that sounds super interesting, a little bit like Miss Peregrine's, but kind of sci-fi and with more text. And the final book, well, not the final book, I don't have the final book because I did not realize I needed the final book until I finished A Court of Thorns and Roses last night, but we're not going to go there. The next book that I'm going to try and get to in August is The Darkest Minds. This one is not high on the priority list, because I feel like I'm just going to go see the movie, and then at this point, because I haven't read it yet, so at this point I'm just going to go see the movie, and then I will read it. Please ignore the Walmart sticker. I didn't realize there was still a sticker on it when I pulled it out, and I just was too lazy to take it off properly, but I don't want to take it off until I take it off properly so I don't damage my lovely book. This is about like kids they all get sick, and then the ones that survive end up with superpowers, and it's basically about them rising up and like taking control back from the adults, from what I understand. I'm not entirely sure. It's a dystopian, and it's a little sort of sci-fi. The final book I will be trying to get to, and this one's a little bit higher priority, but I don't have it on me, because again, I didn't realize I needed it. It's A Court of Mist and Fury. That's right, guys. I finished A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I am trash for this series. I was not feeling it for most of the book, because I know where it goes. And I'm just sitting there going, why am I even reading this book? Why do I have to go through all of this? But then there was a moment There was a moment and I was like, well, I need the next one. Comment down below if you want to guess, if you've read the series and you want to guess what that moment was. Comment down below because I would love to see what you guys think the moment is. The actual moment, I did tweet about it on my Twitter, which I will give you in a few minutes, but I need to know what happens next. I am intrigued. Like, it took a douchey character and suddenly there was something about him that was interesting to me. Namely, I'm not gonna go there because that's spoilery if you have not read the series. But I am definitely going to be trying to get to A Court of Mist and Fury as soon as I possibly can. Oh, and I forgot one. Because I also picked up, I saw the trailer. It's funny, the first trailer that I saw was like not interesting and I was like, okay, this is some weirdness. And then I saw the next trailer and there was actually plot in it. So it actually looks interesting to me. But I am also going to be trying to read Battle Angel Alita by Yukito Kishiro. I'm assuming this is the first volume, which is weird because this particular manga is like Western. Like it's left to right. And that is super, super weird to me. Also, I just spoiled myself. We're gonna count. A Court of Mist and Fury is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all backwards. 7, 8, 9, and 10 books we are trying to read this month while also trying to finish writing a book. If you are betting for me, I wouldn't. Like, you might see a lot of these on my September TBR because I'm not really gonna sweat it. Honestly, the book takes priority. But also, I like to read. Alright guys, that is it for now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. I would love to see your lovely face here on a regular basis. Please chat to me down in the comments. I have been watching way too much Becks and books apparently. And let me know if you have read any of these books, if you are participating in Booktubeathon, if you have a LitJoy Crate subscription and what you thought of this month's box, whatever, talk to me. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter. I am @thewordnerd. And speaking of which, if you don't follow me on Instagram and you love Percy Jackson, you really want to be following me on Instagram this month because I, along with Kinsey Lee T and Lisi's Books over on Instagram, am hosting Demigod Days 2018. I will drop a link to that post down below. It is a 31-day challenge for the month of August. Each day has a prompt that is related to the Camp Half-Blood books, the first 2 series. I have not read Trials of Apollo yet. I'm a horrible Riordan fan, I know. That is it for now, my friends. I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!